We are going to talk a little bit about Parashat Metzorah, Tazria Metzorah. I'm going to concentrate on the Metzorah part of it. It's okay, you can eat, it's fine. So the Tzarat is this mysterious disease which is brought in Parashat HaShavua in length. I mean, we had Tzarat beforehand, but it's really brought in length in terms of in terms of what it is and all the diagnostic aspects of it. There are many explanations on the essence of what Tzarat is. Let's try to touch few of them or discuss few of them, and we'll see. Now another thing we need to say: what is really Tzarat? What is really Tzarat? And do we have Tzarat today?
No.
Don't be so sure. Don't be so sure. I'll try to show you that we might. So Chachamim count about 10 different reasons why a person should have Tzarat. Among them, famous ones, Avodah Zarah, Gilui Arayot, all the good juicy stuff, and so on. And at the end, the Gemara says, Ain Ra'ah. Lo, not Ain Hara, like Kenayin Hara, right? Not that Ain Hara, not the evil eye, but bad eye. Ain Ra'ah, a bad eye. What does it mean, Ain Ra'ah? A person comes to a friend and says, listen, do me a favor. I'm hungry. I don't have anything. Can you lend me a little bit of wheat, a little bit of flour, some barley? I don't have. Do you have oats? Sorry, I don't have. The truth is that he really has. He just doesn't want to borrow to this person because of his wicked ways. His ra'ut eino, the bad aspect of his eye. He doesn't, he has a problem with this. Not that he gives somebody ayin hara. He himself is bad. He doesn't see it in a good eye. Comes the Kadosh Baruch Hu and says, you didn't want to share. Not a problem. Tzarat. Okay, what's the Tzarat? The Tzarat is, as soon as the Kohen comes and says the Tzarat, right away we take all the stuff from his house, we empty out the whole entire house, we spread it all out in the open. We spread it up in the open, all of a sudden we say, wait a minute, what? The guy said he doesn't have wheat. Look how much wheat there. Flour, he has a storage. Man, this look good. No, I have to watch my numbers. So, all of a sudden it's revealed that the guy was lying. He has. And he just didn't want to share it. And he didn't want to help his brother in need. And the problem is that his point of view, he doesn't see things the right way. He doesn't see why would a person do that? A person like that would usually think that everything that comes to him is an incident. It's coincidence. It's not given to him by Hashem. At best, that's his effort that got him that. He doesn't realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one who actually shared it with him. He says that everything is a result of his effort. Since it's his effort, and if not just a coincidence that he has it, why should I share it with anybody else? Most people do things, though, or attribute Tzarat to the matter of Lashon Hara, maybe because of the famous case of Miriam and so on and so forth. But you see, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed Moshe, put your hand over here, take it Tzarat, he didn't speak any Lashon Hara, just, Tzarat. But usually Tzarat has been associated, there is a point to that, but usually Tzarat is associated with Miriam, but you really see that it's not really the case. That person that didn't want to share, right, actually would say, listen, I'm a good guy. I just don't have, right now I don't have. I wouldn't give it to you. And he's a liar. The guy that tries to portray himself as a generous guy, I'm such a generous guy, I would give you if I had, is an absolute out in the open liar. He has. He just doesn't want to give. And it's a terrible thing. That's called ayin ra'ah. You don't see the need of the person. You don't want to share. Well, what's the problem for you to share? A person like this thinks about himself and himself only. Is an extremely selfish person, and without a doubt feels extremely entitled and thinks that he deserves everything. And he's entitled to everything. It could not be more far from the truth than that. So are we. Many times we don't want to share so-called our wheat and our flour or whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us with other. Those who come to ask, many times are being portrayed in our eyes as enemies. He wants to take it away from me. What's the big deal of sharing? And if you want to share with somebody, you need to be able to share with everybody. You can't say, oh guys, guess what? I bought you hummus, falafel and this. I would like to share it with you, but not with you. It's a terrible thing. I mean, not because you're eating the French fries, but but you get the weight of this. This is a terrible thing. He's a hypocrite. He is a gonev dad. You know, people think he is a good man, but it's the truth of the matter. So we need to realize that tzaraat. Most people think that tzaraat is what? Tzaraat is a punishment. When tzaraat is not a punishment. Tzaraat is a result of your actions. You chose to act in a certain way. You brought it on yourself. It's not a punishment. That's the result of your actions. You acted in such a way, you brought it out. I mean, if you would have shared, there was no need to show everybody that you haven't. So you bring it on yourself. So now what do you want? It's like a person who, for example, would say, you know what, I'm really insulted. Nobody invited me to the party. Well, what do you mean? You know, when we announced it, you weren't here. You didn't want to be a part of us. So how could you be insulted? If anybody should be insulted, it's us that you didn't want to be a part of us. And a person like this does not understand that he's missing on a great opportunity to be a part of what is called a kehillah, a community. He does not see himself as a part of the community. And he separates himself because he doesn't want to share. And he doesn't understand that HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent him this person to share with him. So he's not a part of the community. And what happens? We put him to the side. And then he gets upset. Why'd you put me to the side? I'm not a part of the community. No, not really. You're not a part of the community. You didn't want to share it. You didn't see us a part of you. Why should we see you as a part of us? You don't want to understand. It's not a problem. Sit down on the side. Think about what happened. And then you come back. So that's one way to look at that. Which is very important. Not only for tzaraat. For many other things. So-called punishments that we get on ourselves. What you receive as a punishment, or the outlook of a punishment, is very dangerous. I'm sorry. Why is it dangerous? Because if you did something wrong, say, okay, I did something wrong. I'm willing to get what I deserve. All right, what's the punishment? All right, whatever the punishment will be, I'll get it. At that point on, he says, okay, I did what I did. I got punished. All right, it's a clean slate. Now I can do it again. You don't understand. You brought it on yourself. Everything you get is a result of your actions. You didn't accomplish a course, it's because you slacked all semester long. So you failed, the professor did not punish you, your failure is a result of your actions and everything else in life. This is the tzaraat. A different outlook. I'll try to touch different points of view on this, how we see it. And the reason why I do it, because there's no one way and they're all good. And there are many more ways to look at it, and each for his own. You know, you might like this one, the other one like the other one, which is fine. I just want to show you different ways to look at it. So a different outlook. Our society is a consuming society. In terms of a consumer, you know, it's all about buying, 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 buying. And what motivates that and promotes it to keep on going is lack of fulfillment from what we have. The fact that I'm not happy. We have enough clothing in the closet. Our cars are pretty good. I mean, really think about it. They're pretty good. Kitchen is decent. It can serve us for many years. It's not falling apart. I did my kitchen after 10 years that I lived in my house. And the kitchen was already from the 60s because they had those psychedelic colors on it. At a certain point, there was no more doors at the cabinet. They all fell apart. And I pushed it a little further. I mean, it was working. There was no need. When things were, okay, that's it. I said, okay, now let's fix that. So we're not happy with what we have. The house might be a little small, but you know, we manage. You think about it. Average family has about, let's say, 4 kids. 4 kids. Let's say you have 2 and 2, as what we said before. Let's say 50-50. How many bedrooms do you need? 3. 1 for you and the missus. 1 for the boys. 1 for the girls. 3 bedrooms. Well, how many bathrooms do you need?
3.
I've seen a house has 3 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. I mean, what we will do there? Bathroom hopping. I don't understand the logic behind it. Have 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. How many more do you need? Wait till later line. There's no big deal. Nothing will happen. Your kids will grow. Before you know, they're out of the house. So you build yourself a palace. You put your life's earning into that. You have no savings for retirement. You have 5 bedrooms. You have 5 mortgages. And the kids don't even want to stay there. Well, are you out of your mind? But it's all based on the fact that we are not happy with what we have. And society and marketing experts keep on tapping into that. That's your weakness. You want to make money? Find a business that is involved with people's laziness. Whatever they are the most lazy, that's what you're going to do. Car wash. What's the big deal to wash your car? First of all, why do you need to wash your car? I understand why you need to wash your car.
Rains every
People, so it rains. But the car
it rains either way.
Yeah, it rains either way. You're right. The cars are not made out of, so dry cleaning. Restaurants. Everything that has to do with with laziness, it's a guarantee business to tap into a lot of money. That's the way it is. So if you look at really what you have more than enough, and you have more than what you need, and still we end up consuming more. Why? Because we're not really happy with what we have. How many of the things in which you bought lately you really needed? Michael? I don't think there is a thing you bought that you really need. Right? How many of the things, how many pairs of shoes, that's what we say all the time, how many pairs of shoes do you need? I mean, you only wear 1 at a time. So you have, okay, let's go, so you have a pair of sneakers, because you need to exercise, pair of shoes for every day, and 1 for Shabbat, which you don't really need, but that's a 1 for Shabbat. Okay, so you have 3 pairs of shoes. Open your closet, you have about 15. You're like Imelda Marcus, you have like 2,000 pairs of shoes. What's wrong with you? You're so weak? That's exactly what it is, right? How many things do you have in your garage, in your thing that you haven't used? How many clothes do you have in your closet that you haven't worn in a year? Well, you get older, you'll see you're going to have many clothes because you're still in the mindset you're going to go to size 30 pants. You're not going to. So get rid of it. But how many things do you have you just don't need, right? And when you bought them, right, you bought them with such excitement, with such self-persuasion that your life would not be life unless you're going to have it. Most of you have those beautiful phones here that are more powerful than any computer that went up to space, and you don't really know how to operate it. You just use it to talk like birds. What do you need this for? The government did not make you smarter, right? But you thought, if I'm not going to have Galaxy 15, that's it. I'm equal to caveman. Right? You know what I'm talking about. So, those little things. You buy a little thing here, you buy a little thing there. You watch a little commercial, all of a sudden you go and say, oh, commercial, I need this weightlifting thing. All of a sudden you never lift a weight in your life. You need a machine, gladiator, the whole thing you have there. Right?
MS. Bullflex.
Yeah. Bullflex, yeah. You buy every edition of PX90. Yeah, you didn't even open the wrapper. One day I'll get to it. I'm a rabbi, believe me, I'll get to it. One day I'm serious. Again, I'm really busy. So what you buy now? When you're ready to do it, then you buy it. I have nothing against PX90, but I have something against the fact that you just buy things that you don't need. But that makes you more miserable in your life, right? The problem is when you look into your house, you don't see anything good. You're very negative people. You see dirty closets, broken walls, dirty clothes. You walk into the shower, you only see dirty showers. You don't see anything. You don't see anything positive. You want to go? I'll take you to some places that, as bad as you think your house is like King Solomon's palace. Comparing with that. How many people do you know are homeless, would love to have such a rundown house like yours? He says, no, I'll take it as any given day. And believe me, therefore your house is not rundown, it's just the way you look at things. The Torah tells us 3 different types of tzarat. It says that tzarat that comes as on your skin, there is on white blotches on the skin that comes like this. The second one is like deep mildew looking stains in clothing, and the third one is in the tzarat in your house, tzarat abayit. Chachamim, and we'll speak about it again. Chachamim pay attention to the word metzora, and they learned. There are Chachamim that says that we are talking about a person who otzi shemra. He was speaking lashon hara about someone, right? And because he was motzi ra, he let bad stuff come out of his mouth, therefore he got upon himself the curse of the metzora. Again, Chachamim don't refer to the tzarat as a divine punishment of a person like that, right? It's just the kavanah is that just a person that in his eyes, his house, his clothing, in his eyes look bad, at the end he will get tzarat in his house, right? Because really, you don't realize the good that was in your house. When you're going to have to remove everything from your house, get out of the house, you say, I don't care how bad it is, let me just go back to it. During Sandy, the people had to evacuate their houses. They put them in hotels, some of the people. I don't care about that, I want to go back home. But 1 second, you think you didn't like your home. But it was lack of ability to see what's good. That's one of the things you bring your tzarat, right? So, right, every time you want to, arguments like you want to sell a car, you're about to sell the car breaks down, right? Why you want to sell the car? Car is good. By the way, do you appreciate what the car does to you? Your car ran for I don't know how many miles, hundreds of miles. The average car can do, I don't know, easily 150 to 250,000 miles. Why would you get rid of it beforehand? Because you stop seeing the good. So therefore the problem is not in the car. The problem is in you. You have lost something, and that is the ability to see good. Now, if you go in that path, you have a problem. And the house all of a sudden seems to you small. And I say, okay, so your house is not good, fine, let's take you out. Your nose is never good. You always have to fix your nose. You have to fix your breast. You have to do planting, implants here and implants there, and fixing here and fixing there. What's wrong with you? That's what we're going to make into a person? So then a Kohen Agadol, the Kohen comes to the house, and his intention is to really erase that nega, and to make that bad name into good, right? So he's waiting 7 days, then he comes again and he prays and he says, "Oh, but hopefully it's good," and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, you have time to think. And the day comes and he says, "You know what, guys, you got to change your kitchen. The kitchen is too old, right? And if not, it's like if you're not going to change it, there's going to be a flood. So get a plumber. And by the way, do you have insurance, right? Because you really don't see anything that was good into the house, right? Or for example, you're very unhappy with the way your nose looks. So you go to your plastic surgeon and says, "By the way, here's the album, and just look at the album and just pick up your nose, right? Which kind of nose you nice? I'm going to tell you this: your life is going to be completely different once you fix your nose, right?" And the problem is your self-esteem, your self-image, and our society is full with tendencies to make you unhappy with what you have. It's all about changing your first image, right? It's not willing to accepting yourself the way you are. And you see that our society is all about plastic surgery, keep on changing yourself, and together with that, what goes? This unhappiness, gossip. Gossip in our society became main event news. As much as North Korea is about to launch a missile on the United States, they will tell you, well, this actor just married the other actor, which betrayed on her husband, and just in one breath, going from this one to the other. And why is gossip? Because you are not really happy with yourself. But you're never going to look at yourself and going to say, "I'm not happy with who I am. I need to change it." You're never going to say that. You're going to say, "I'm not happy with who I am. I'm going to change my external, not internal, and I'm going to speak about you." Every time you speak about somebody else, you're unhappy with yourself. So fix yourself. A different look. By the way, can we pause it and then daven Avrit and go back to it? All right, so pause it now.